Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Microbusinesses on a Mission Live. This is Emmy Damien, and as you know, I love talking to business owners who have a special mission, particularly because my own company has its own mission of getting safer products into the hands of everyone. So these are companies, we feature companies that go beyond a great product or a great service and have as their mission something that makes the world a better place. So today I am excited to introduce to you a company that makes such a beautiful product, but also has a beautiful mission to go along with it. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Cathy and Anina Lund, who are part of the Lund family. Hi, Cathy and Anina. I hope I said your last name right.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, good. All right. So I am very excited. Thank you so much for coming with me on this live. It will be a short and sweet peek into your mission and vision. But maybe you could start with telling us who you are.
So I'm just going to say a little bit. I am from Ecuador, and my husband is from Denmark. And we have 3 girls. Anina is my oldest, and then we have Aviva, who's 19, and Martina, who's 15. And a few years ago, when the kids were going to school, when they were smaller, we decided to take them out and travel around the world. And somehow we ended homeschooling with adventures, because we were traveling and we thought we would put them back to school, and we never did. And we ended the homeschooling at the end. They went to college afterwards. And in the process of the homeschooling, I want Anina to tell the story what happened with how did we start this business called Ecuadane. Go ahead, Anina.
Well, yeah, so essentially, like, Ecuadane is like Ecuador and Denmark, and that's kind of what the 3 of us are. We're a mix of 2 cultures. And so, yeah, like my mom said, we were homeschooled, which was a really cool opportunity where we were really able to, like, tailor our education to, like, what we were interested in. And so one thing my parents thought was really important was to understand how a business works. And we were also very interested in learning. I'm currently a PhD student in science, so, like, I'm like, my professional interests are in a different area. But we also thought that as women, it's really important to understand how businesses work. So yeah, like my mom said, we started this business, and it really came from when we were younger. We have our grandmother in Ecuador is very good, she's a very good entrepreneur. And so we got inspired by her to bring products from Ecuador and sell them at a Christmas party my parents would throw every year. And we would give the proceeds back to my grandmother to give to an orphanage for Christmas gifts. And so we realized that people really liked these products. And one of those products was the blanket that is like our main product for Ecuadane right now. And so we fell in love with the blanket. I have multiple, and we started selling them to our friends. Now all our friends have multiple. Yeah, I know, they're the best.
Everybody wants a blanket.
They're amazing.
It's a beautiful blanket.
It's a really great product. And so yeah, from there we realized like we could actually try something. So at the time I was still in high school. I was leaving for college soon. And so we all were involved at different stages. And like what we loved, or what I love about this is like now as I'm done with college, I'm going on my own professional life, but this is something that the whole family stays together with. And so we're really, really passionate about family. And also the families that we work with, like with the businesses, like that blanket specifically, it's also a family-run business. So yeah, so we're all about family, and we love our product, and it's been a great learning experience for us too.
Yeah, you kind of learned as you went, right?
Figured it out, yeah.
And your family's still together, so
yeah. I mean, we're all in different parts. Like I was in California, my sister's in Indiana. Like I'm back in New York now, but like we were spread apart, and like we still like this kept us united. So yeah.
Yeah, and it was really interesting because you think is things like as simple as shipping. Not as simple.
Because ages.
Viva was like the best on this one. We called we went to the post office, and the postmaster came to the house and taught us how to do it, what would be the better deals. And also we work with the manufacturers. This was a beautiful experience. The manufacturers are in Otavalo. It's a town in Ecuador, in indigents, and they're family actually, just like us. And it's a grandfather, grandmother, and the wife and the kids. And we got together and we started dreaming about. And they explained to us how in their history, they were producing these blankets in only black and white. mixing only black and white. They didn't know about colors. And then the father went and started searching, traveling around the world and seeing the colors, had to bring colors into the blankets. And the blankets are very colorful. They have beautiful colors and designs. So they were so excited about my kids' idea. So my kids went, Anina went, visit them, I visit them, Aviva visit them, met the kids, and they came over here, and we start planning this to bring that blanket, that beautiful blanket, into the world. However, the original idea was also to find other manufacturers, other products from families.
Like artisans.
Yeah. Because the industrialization has taken away the ability for these families to be in the world. So the kids wanted to bring that out there. So we went to Prague, we went to Budapest, and we found some jewelry with some bags. But the blanket is our...
We love the blanket. It's like one of our favorites.
Friends love the blanket. Everybody loves the blanket. A lot of kids start working when the business... for example, we had some friends, some of the kids doing the design, when we did the logo, and there's so many details. And they learned so much. They went into Amazon. They learned how to start promoting it, marketing, take 2 courses. It's been a fantastic adventure.
Yeah, and it's something you can't learn in a classroom. This is
No.
like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a gift for us, especially as women who we are pursuing professional careers, but also this is something that we can do no matter what. I can still do this even though I'm in school.
Right.
So, yeah.
And now in the pandemic, it's also probably widened your scope because people are buying online now.
Yeah.
But tell me about the specific, so this is, you're stronger as a family. You love bringing families together. So the ones who make the products are also tend to be families. What is the basic overall mission of Ecuadane then?
So I guess I can touch on this, and Mom, if you want to can compliment. But I think one thing we mentioned already, we love, family. That's our main interest. I think also we didn't touch upon, but we mentioned, we're Ecuadorians and we're also Danish, and so the blankets are Ecuadorian. But there's this concept in Denmark. It's called hygge. I'm gonna probably butcher the pronunciation, but it's this whole idea. There's many ways of understanding it, but it's all about this coziness and the way I picture it is when it's raining out and you're inside and you're drinking a warm cup of tea and wrapped in a blanket. That's kind of my mental image, and I think it's a very this is the coziness of family life. And I think also, and especially this year with the pandemic, or I guess last year now, how families were forced to be together, and it's this beautiful opportunity to really get to know each other better, and this unity that I think a lot of times we haven't always had access to because we're all so busy with our lives. So for us, this business was a really good opportunity for us to kind of come together on something. I'm pursuing science, my other sister's in technology, we're all exploring different areas, but this is something that unites us, and we all bring our own strengths and our own, interests and things that we really are passionate about into this business. And so I think that is what, and our mission, I guess, is we want to kind of promote that, and we want to make sure that it's a reminder. And so when you have a blanket, it's an opportunity to spend time with other people. It's a very large blanket. It's very family friendly. You can just throw it in the wash. And so yeah, we're really just family. That's what we really want to support and promote. And yeah,
and you have no choice but to cuddle if you're sharing a blanket.
Oh yeah, it's
right? But I've seen pictures of your blankets all over around the fire pit outside with family, and we just got a fire pit, and I'm so excited. It's called the Bonfire, and it's amazing. But I immediately thought of your blanket when we got it. I'm I gotta have a blanket. It would just be so perfect. So yeah, I'm on a hunt now.
It's very cozy. Yeah.
It looks so cozy and inviting. But yes, I love that mission. I don't think I've ever heard of a blanket that has that particular mission. It's fantastic. And the word you mentioned that's Danish is Hygge, correct?
Yes.
How do you pronounce it?
Hygge? My dad would pronounce it better, but me and my
No, but I don't think there's an English translation, right?
No, it's not even a word that has one meaning to it.
Right,
it's beautiful.
It's an experience. It's an experience, right?
And I think it's a cool thing that Danish culture really brings to it. That's the one thing that we really are combining cultures and just it's a family. We're a mix of everything.
Right.
It's true. We're a mix of everything.
It's beautiful. And then the artisans who create them, you're also helping them financially, but also bringing the family together in business.
Yeah.
So how many products do you have? I mean, there's a blanket. I saw you had scarves. And are there more or?
Yeah, so we have shawls and scarves. The blankets are right now like our main product and our main interest. Just because, I mean, it's such a great product, and I think also there's so much you can do with it. So like we have multiple different patterns. We change them, so sometimes we bring in new ones. We do have like our main collections. We have in the past done jewelry. We have done shawls and scarves. But like right now, like I think we're always on the hunt trying to find like artisans that are like very passionate about family as well. And with the pandemic, our goal last year was to expand a little bit more, but since we can't really travel at the moment, we haven't been able to do that. But yeah, the goal is in the future to continue to find families that we can support and also give back. And so like one thing we did a couple of years ago was we went down to Ecuador and we gave all our proceeds that we made in the month of December, and we built homes in Muisne. They're bamboo homes because it's on the coast. But that was something, we're very much passionate about, like not only like supporting families, but also finding ways to give back concretely to the communities that we're like getting these products from. So yeah.
And are they so it's like fair trade, the way they're paid back, or even better maybe sometimes?
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes it's better than fair trade, right?
Yeah.
Some businesses I've known that give back even better than fair trade value, I guess. But yeah, it sounds like you do the same with giving back in terms of building homes and all that. What do you think is I saw pictures of other people posting, but what do you think is the strangest way that they've used a blanket? I always see like, on the couch or whatever, but I don't think there's any way to use a blanket wrong. But
yeah, there really isn't. I mean, it's a very outdoorsy blanket, so like it's very durable.
Mostly outside.
Yeah, so like I think one thing, like I used it, like I went to school in California, so it's the kind of thing you bring down to the glade and you can just lay out. I have one now in my apartment, so it's a very it can be very aesthetic, and it can also just be this rugged thing that you just go on hikes with. I mean, yeah, I've seen people in hammocks with it. Like you really can do. I think the cutest thing we saw, though, a friend of ours texted us a video recently of our friends. These are kids, I think they're like 6 and 8 and 10, like that age range, and they were playing like. It was just this game. They made up this game with 2 of the blankets. It was kind of like they were like wrestling with it, but also like trying. It was adorable. And we were like, this is so cool. Like I never thought you could make a blanket a game. So yeah, you pretty much can do anything with it.
But also this, and I see this with all our friends and ourselves. On the TV room, we have, everybody has a blanket. Because when you and it's winter, we live and there's snow and it's extremely cold. And so even the regular, when you're watching television, everybody's wrapped in one Ecuadorian blanket. And also, I found that
that's my goal. One for each.
The beauty with the blankets is like they're thin, they breathe. So they're thin enough to wrap yourself, and at the same time they're cozy. They don't they breathe. They're beautiful. You can put it in the sofa and do any decoration. Like we have right now, black and white is so common, and then suddenly we develop the colors for the black and white, the grayish and the bluish, and then all the colors for the people who want to lift. So it's funny because even in our family, everyone has a predilection to certain design and color and represents your personality and the way you are. And so it is a great blanket. We gave it to a friend for her birthday. And she was screaming, "I got an Ecuadorian blanket!" It's so cute. Everybody wants to have an Ecuadorian blanket.
Yeah.
She won the lotto. It feels like she won the lotto.
Yeah.
Beautiful blankets. I haven't seen anything in the market.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the way it's presented. Like, I don't think all of your photos on your account are your professionally, right? Some of them are, or most of them are sent over by
so we have a lot of influencers that will end up like we give them a blanket and they send us photos, and it's like it's so cool the things that they end up doing with it. It's stuff we can't even predict.
It's like, oh, cool. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. But do you ship internationally or just in the US?
Yeah, so we ship internationally. It's one thing with the pandemic has been a big learning experience. It was one thing that I was working on. I'm like, wow, it's more complicated than you would think. But yes, we do internationally. And we've been trying to grow, but also I think one thing we're also really I think just concerned about, but also trying to be we all are, we're a family, and we also family life is important. And so growing in a way that's organic and not just rushing it and just enjoying every step of the way. Because like I think our artisans, we also like we want to support them, and like we don't want them to work crazy hours so that we can just mass produce. Like we want them to like hone their craft. And I think, I mean, the blanket, like Mom was saying, like it started out black and white, and now there's colors, and like, I mean, just the quality of the blanket, you've seen like there's this amazing growth. And so we're all about quality. And so yes, we're growing, and we do international, but we're also trying to like progressively grow.
Right, and not too fast.
Yes,
exactly. To
obviously they sell in Denmark a lot, and they sell a lot in Germany, and we're in England.
In the colder countries, right?
We're very good in the colder countries.
And the longer cold weather there, cold season. So, but that's wonderful.
Even in the summer, we have had it because it's light.
Really?
Well, actually, whenever we're surprised, Australia, for example, people order them from Australia, and they're pretty popular in Australia. And we're like, oh, I mean, I've never been to Australia, so I don't know the entire spectrum of the climate. But I'm assuming it's pretty warm.
Yeah, right now there's summer in Australia, so
so they go.
We have used it in the summer. We were when you go to the lake or sit in the outside, or even in the when the night comes, and you wrap yourself when you're outside.
Camping.
They're great for camping.
They're light. They're warm enough for the winter.
Warm,
good enough for any season.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. Very, very
versatile. A good addition for decoration because they are very beautiful.
Yes.
So they can be like a throw in there.
I can't imagine they were black and white ever.
I know it.
I can't imagine them.
I love black and white, so we're trying to bring it back. But we're trying to bring them back again.
Is that black and white behind you? Or?
Yeah, it's like a more like black and white. More white. That are more white.
Yeah.
And I don't have them here.
From here, it looks cream and gray. Is it actually black and white? Or?
They're usually on the creamier side. They're not very like the pure white. We haven't necessarily done, but I think also they're two-sided. So like one side's a lot lighter than the other side.
Oh, they're double-sided. Oh,
yeah,
wow. That's great. And I saw there's like a lifetime warranty. Is that just for like what is covered?
So the idea is like obviously if you damage it because you treat it badly, like that's not included. But I
fell in the fire pit doesn't include that.
I know like we burn it, we're not. But the idea is we do stand by, like, we think our artisans are incredibly talented and they've made a very good product. And so the idea is like this product should last a lifetime. And it's the kind of like, I have one that I mean, I'm sitting on it now, but I have had since high school, and it's went to California with me. It's come back to New York with me. And so it should last you a lifetime. And obviously there is some wear and tear, but like it will last. And so obviously if there's ever a situation where someone feels like theirs hasn't lasted to the quality that it should be, we're more than willing to replace it.
That's great.
But it does have wear and tear. But what I found out, because I have some for many years, you stick like a brush, like a dog brush or a brush, you just brush it and it comes back to life again.
Yeah,
it looks fantastic again. You can take care of it.
That's great. Well, when I get mine, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, thank you so much. This was so wonderful. I'm so glad that you guys agreed to come on live. I think for those of you who will be viewing it after, I will post all their links below, and also my fire pit. I just love it. And that's my goal now, is to find the perfect blanket to bring out with me. But thank you so much, Cathy. Thank you, Anina. And thank you, everyone who will be watching this later. Again, this is Ecuadane, and their mission is to bring families together, not just the ones who are using it, buying the blankets, but also the artisan families who make them, which is such a wonderful mission, I think. And I learned a new word. Well, how to say it. I didn't learn it. I've known it. Thank you so much. And I will see you again next week on Microbusinesses on a Mission Live. Thank you, Cathy and Anina.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Bye.